Maybe Ralph is in his shack again. Ralph?
He isn't here.
It's me, Darren. I rescued you from the cellar. I once gave you a flute by the ruin. Do you remember?
Yes, Darren. But I broke it. I didn't mean to.
Tell me, Ralph, have you ever come across the White Lady?
I know lots of white ladies and men. They've got overalls on. They have needles and knives. They stab with them. They're evil.
And here in the woods, are there white ladies here too?
One, yes. She runs around here looking for someone. But she won't find Mr. Bubby. I hide him.
How you doing, Ralph?
Mr. Bubby has lost an eye.
How long were you locked in the cellar?
100 years.
Dragging tracks. Huh. Apparently, this is where Murray rescued me. But I can't remember a thing. These are provisions for the winter. Although I can't imagine that Ralph did this. Perhaps it used to be a lumberjack's cabin. Now it's Ralph's new hideout. Definitely better than the corrugated iron shed at the academy. Just don't touch, or everything will collapse. A rain butt. Must always be full around here. Hi, you waiting for me?
Good morning, sir. Yes, we are. Our condolences, by the way.
Thanks. I'm Adrian.
Okay, Adrian. I'm Greg. This is Steve. So, you're the boss now, right?
It looks like it. But I still have to get used to the fact.
Okay, boss. Well, maybe the best thing is for you to start right away. In fact, Miss Angelini has forgotten to give us further instructions.
Instructions? To do with the restoration? I don't know. I haven't managed to have a good look around yet.
Sure. Then perhaps you want to get a general overview first. Well, there is a heck of a lot of building work going on.
So, why don't you just get on with your work then?
No offense, sir, to the name of the Gordons, but it would be nice to know if the good lady left anything behind. I mean, apart from the building work.
You mean money-wise?
Yep.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Well, see you later then, sir. We'll wait for you in front of the castle.
So this is my new home, Blackmere Castle. A little more spacious than my college room and the prison cell, if not that much brighter. I think the mailman's been here. I'll have a look. A letter and a newspaper. A letter addressed to me? Strange. I've only just moved in. The Guardian's third virtue is mercifulness. Just as water grows drop by drop and becomes a mighty ocean, so should every call for help be heard and find a sea of answers. Yet another one of those cryptic messages? No thanks. The last one drove me right into the clutches of a head case. What the? Ugh. The picture of me. That's the one I did for Murray. He can never get enough, can he? I don't want to know what kind of dough he screwed out of the newspaper for that. Well, what does it say here? Blackmere Castle has a new lord of the manor. It has transpired that the young American Darren M., against whom the accusation of arson has yet to be proved, is the last descendant of the Gordon family. Great. Now everyone will think I've torched my inheritance. And what's even worse, that I'm rich. I'll throw the paper away. A lunchbox. I guess it belongs to Greg. There's just a large packet of toothpicks in it. Does anyone have that many gaps in the teeth? The upper floor is a heap of rubble. The Gordon coat of arms. Pretty uninspiring. I'd expected a fire-breathing dragon or a griffin with bloody claws. The globe is metal. I can't see a weld seam. I wonder how they got it through the door. A massive block of stone with a secret compartment. But there's nothing in it. I'd already discovered it before the castle fire. Tasty. Dried wallpaper paste. Amazing. The new tiles look as old as the old ones. Why this debris was brought into the main hall of the castle and not taken outside will remain an eternal mystery to me. An old mural. Looks like the Last Supper. My family tree. All of the books here have Latin titles. Doesn't mean a thing to me. Stories, adventures, and fairy tales. Dickens, Defoe, Anderson, Jules Verne. These are probably the most up-to-date books in this library. In the corner, there's a richly ornamented mighty column. The weight of the castle rests on it. The Encyclopedia Britannica, in at least 3 editions. Will there ever be a bigger reference book? I'd love to have a little bit of a rest. As if the chaos of books wasn't enough, all the drawers have been pulled out just in case. Someone doesn't seem to have understood what a bookshelf is for.
Yes?
Is this Mr. Dukes? Notary for inheritance law and whatnot?
Absolutely correct. And you are?
Gordon. Adrian Gordon.
Ah, Mr. Gordon, my condolences once again for the loss of your great-grandmother.
Thanks.
I'm assuming you still have a few questions concerning the reading of the will yesterday?
Mr. Dukes, can you tell me again what exactly is included in my inheritance?
Well, Mr. Gordon, you're the last descendant of the Gordon lineage and inherit the Black Mirror Castle estate and the one in Wales, a few hundred acres of woodland, as well as the assets in the family bank account amounting to £100, with all privileges and responsibilities.
What responsibilities?
The proper management of the woodland, adherence to hunting regulations, maintenance of the property and the garden. Sale is explicitly prohibited. At most, you can hand it over to the church. Nothing outstanding, no debts. Not a bad inheritance at all, don't you think?
I'll be in touch, Mr. Dukes.
Of course, Mr. Gordon.
The clock has stopped, probably during the last century. Ugh, what horrible things. Beats me what people think is so great about statues of naked kids with wings. The plinth is probably marble. It's really quite pretty, this ostrich egg cup. What are these marks? It looks like mildew. Ugh, not that healthy. What's a tea room without a teapot? This one's being used as a flower pot. There were probably pictures hanging here before. Either they were destroyed in the fire, or were taken down to be restored. Bills, bank statements. Envelopes with nothing in them. Huh, who's this one from? Città del Vaticano, Roma, Italia. It's from the Vatican. What did Victoria have to do with the Vatican? £6,000 is paid in every 3 months. No indication of who it came from. It just says here it was paid in over the counter. The last entry is 4 months ago. And the account was virtually empty 2 weeks ago. By Valentina Antolini, authorized by Victoria Gordon. That must have been money for the construction guys. An empty envelope with the Vatican crest on it. According to the postmark, it was sent 2 weeks ago. The White Lady. The Great Mystery. What's going on here? The blood is gone. But there's a black mark just where I touched the picture. Or was it there already? No, I'd better not handle it again. This is Victoria's jewelry. Rings, necklaces, and earrings. This is the monitoring equipment and medication Victoria used. Shouldn't Miss Antolini have taken these away with her? Or is someone else from the diocese coming to collect them? Looks like I'll have to take care of it. A room screen. It's supposed to be a barrier to prying eyes. There's only one other door in the passage, and it's locked. Boxes full of stuff. I guess no one would have missed it if it'd been burned. A stack of old pictures. Looks like they were rescued from the fire. A lot of them have caught smoke damage. A mattress seems to be a bit too unusual to serve as a hiding place for the Gordons. There are some paint buckets drying up here. Who knows if these walls will ever come in contact with it. Oh look, green ghost lamps. Very homely. I've got the right key here. The door's unlocked.